what I find amazing is listening to all the parents and the students and their stories, because every one of us are so similar. The experiences here have been phenomenal. If you have any doubts in your mind about it, make sure you ask us, because they've learned and developed incredibly from this school. And how we got to those chairs are kind of similar to some of you read about. Matthew decided, I think, in ninth grade, he wanted to take an art class. He drew a little bit, but didn't really do anything more than that. And he took his art class in high school, in 10th grade, and he won an award, and his picture was blown up, I think, what, 12 feet by 16 feet, put in Hector Park, his painting. And my uncle was looking around and looking at some of his artwork, and he said, wow, he's got some talent. I'm not an art critic, but he looks like he's really developed. He should look at going to the art school, coming to school of fine arts. So my wife and I were a little bit skeptical about, well, what's that about? He doesn't really draw and paint, but we know he's good at what he's doing. So we came here, sat in the chairs with you, and we listened to other parents talk about it and their experiences and how their child grew and developed through this art school. And it's so true. They do grow and they develop. Not only in their art, but just in their communication and how to cope with other people and deal with different situations that I don't think he would have been able to do without coming here, because he developed such a self-confidence in himself. And every week, watching him develop and draw and paint or sculpt or whatever he was doing that week, and sending me emails and texts or sending me a picture of how things are going, that excitement level was incredible to us. And to hear that he got accepted to every school that he applied to was amazing. And he did. And he got scholarships to every one of the schools that he applied to. And for us to see that and make that decision to where he's going in Micah, it's just exciting for us, because we went and visited a lot of the schools. And they nurture you. It's so, and a lot of the schools like this, they're so much like this program here, where this program develops you. They want you to be creative and think. And that's how the colleges are. When you talk to the counselors at the colleges, they don't want this cookie-cutter approach. They want the kids to be creative and develop, and that's what they get from here. They're not just learning this basics and step-by-step. They're learning to grow their minds. So if it's art, or even if it's sports or medicine or anything else that your son or daughter might go into, this school is going to help you develop and be creative and let your minds think a little bit outside of the box, which is, I think, really wonderful. Portfolio day, an amazing, amazing experience. And a lot of the parents said, when they left here, they knew where they were going. Matthew knew where he was going. I mean, they pretty much told you that day that your child, you're going to get accepted here. It makes you take a load off you. It makes you feel so much more relaxed and better. The process, everybody talked about the process. We would have never been able to do it. Our school would have never been able to do it. Yeah, they would have a good art program, but they would have never been able to develop my son the way the school has, and helped us and make it so easy. But it was it was putting that portfolio together. Our guidance counselor said, well, your son needs to do this and this, and it was already done. The boxes were already checked for a month, and things were sent out and delivered. Anxiety-wise, I think it was Micah was one of the last schools to get back to us, and not because it was his artwork. It's just the way they look at things. They look at things a little bit different than other schools. They look at every student applies and look at their body of work. He knew that day, because they said, you're not going to come getting here. Until you get that letter of acceptance, you don't know. And it's just exciting. And going there, visiting the schools, I think the most incredible thing was Tara, is that her name? Tara was the dean at Micah for admissions. There must have been 300, 400 people in the room. She saw Matthew and came over to us and remembered his artwork from here, probably 3 months later, and just said how wonderful and incredible it was. And it was really great to hear that she remembered his artwork and was able to really express what he was doing. It's just a wonderful, wonderful experience. So please just ask us any questions about your hesitations about coming here, or the art world in general. We'll be able to answer them.
Coming here was summer 2010. I was going into my junior year of high school. And I remember in 10th grade art, I was just taking art because I drawn a few times when I was younger. I never really thought it would come into this. But art school, I began getting a lot of good grades in class in school. I remember entering a contest, which I wound up winning. And that's when my uncle saw some of my work and recommended the school. And I came here to meet with Lisa and still didn't think anything of it, even though I knew that I was able to grow well, even though I wasn't was. And I remember coming here that first day, and I was just like seeing all these naked people, seeing people I didn't know, and I didn't really know what it would come into. I didn't know if I wanted to draw, if I wanted to paint, sculpt, whatever they offered, because there was so much to offer. And as time grew, I began getting more comfortable at critique and painting and what I wanted to do. And I would sometimes skip drawing class or sculpting class just so I could paint, and it was never an issue because I would go so well in painting. And then junior year came to an end, and I started getting more nervous to apply for college because of all the stuff I tried to do, essay and all that. And Lisa, definitely my helping here, just made it so easy, and it just makes me more excited for September to come because I'm just so excited to go to college and how easy the experience was and how, like, I still had to work, but the experience and how much they helped me made it flow so much better to the point where I didn't have to worry about where I was getting into or how my essay was going to look being read because I had people to proofread it and to help me through it. And I really recommend coming here because it just makes the entire experience more exciting for when you go to college. And coming here made me learn there's so much more to art after college, and that there is stuff that you can do, like fashion and graphic design, so much more to art than just drawing or painting. So it really helped me learn experiences that will take me past colleges and open my eyes to the world, like besides just selling work and how many jobs there are, besides just being an artist that you can't just sit in the corner and paint like somebody else had. There's just more jobs that you could do being a gallery artist or a graphic designer or whatever you want to be, you could do. And school really helped me learn that.